Hi everyone and welcome to SentUAMessage. I'm Andy and Dan should be here, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I'll call him. One sec.
Oh, come on, man. It's a popular show. Just send a little something my way
So
and...
how about we change this? Send Major a message.
I like it. I like it. Well,
okay,
just make it worth my while and...
Copy of... Look at this. Grab by the ghoulies.
Whoa. Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
No, listen, seriously. This is a hot game. You can't even find this on eBay.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah, completely forgot, mate. No, I'll be 5 minutes. Just hold on. Larry, hold that thought. I'll see you later. No, seriously.
We're not over.
Wait.
I can... 2 copies.
Little late, but I think I got away with it.
I can hear you. And a little late, that travel montage took 14 hours. Anyway, as we've been running the camera for the past 14 hours, we're nearly out of tape. We're going to have to race through this.
All right.
Right, Sheep22 doesn't realise that he's already dead now that he's asked for news on the Fist of the North Star game.
Now, if you're astonishingly old, you might be able to remember the original Fist of the North Star on the NES, which came out in 1987. At the time, it was the most realistic representation of karate justice ever created, featuring, as it did, a punch and 2 different kinds of kicks.
2?
That's right, look impressed.
Well, things have moved on a little bit since then, and Tecmo Koei is bringing out a bang-up-to-date game based on the Fist of the North Star manga. Central to Fist of the North Star is Kenshiro, master of the Hokuto Shinken style and defender of the weak. He's the kind of guy who can survive a skyscraper falling on his head and will gladly cause your body to disintegrate with a single punch if you give him a dirty look. So he's a perfect fit for the game, which pits you against hundreds of Mohawk aficionados and rival martial artists. It's actually the second anime-based spin-off of the Dynasty Warriors franchise following the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games, but Fist appears to dispense with any of its forebears' COD strategizing, largely because the only strategy you need to employ is punch heads to exploderize.
What's left is essentially Capcom's massively underrated fighter God Hand, albeit with its anarchic sense of humour replaced with lashings of gore and earnest dialogue. This means that a simple roundhouse kick can send an enemy flying hundreds of meters away, that vast concrete pillars can be swung around like they were cardboard tubes, and devastating special techniques can be unleashed, most of which cause Kenshiro to channel the spirit of Bruce Lee's larynx that reduce enemies to crimson smears on the rubble.
True to the Dynasty Warriors formula though, Kenshiro isn't the only playable character. A variety of other familiar Fist faces like Shin, Rei, Shinrei, Rei Shin and Shinny Rei Rei are unlockable, and each of them has their own dedicated campaign.
Did you make some of those up?
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, the game's already out in Japan where it's been doing pretty well, but we'll have to wait until this summer to see a Western release. Now, Ninja Dude 266 apparently doesn't fear the dark quite enough, as he's asking if there will be any Alan Wake DLC.
There was some DLC for Alan Wake, but it died 30 years ago tonight in this very spot.
Stop that.
Sorry. Well, yes, there is definitely DLC on the way for Alan Wake. I mean, there's a whole option on the main menu called downloadable content, which was our first clue.
But as of now, the menu is empty.
Eerily empty?
No, just regular empty.
But yes, there is downloadable content planned for Alan Wake. The first piece is called The Signal and is due to release on July the 27th.
Now, if you bought the game new, you should already have a code to download the DLC when it releases. If you try and redeem the code now, you won't be able to download the DLC as it's not available yet, and we'll have to get a new code come July 27th.
If you have used your code, make sure your email address connected to your live account is up to date. That way you'll get a new code mailed to you at the time.
It looks like there are plans for more DLC in the pipeline as well. Speaking to CVG, Remedy's Oskari Hakkanen said that Remedy are doing game add-ons in the plural, standalone episodes that will bridge between Season 1 and hopefully the possibility of doing a Season 2.
Of course, Alan Wake itself remains a complete story. Remedy's goal with the DLC is to give you a different perspective on the things you've done in the first game, and then trying to set you up for possible things you're going to do in the sequel.
So expect to hear more on downloadable creepiness very, very soon. Mando the Kid travelled far and wide to gather the 7 Dragon Balls and had Shenron grant his rather modest wish to have his question about a new Dragon Ball Z game answered on SentUAMessage.
What a massive waste. You should have wished to have owned, appeared as the all-powerful new hero, Son Mando, and earn an executive producer credit in every new Dragon Ball Z game ever. Regardless, your wishes are command, apparently, so let us reward your efforts with the revelation that Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast 2 is heading to Xbox 360 this autumn.
I was granted a brief preview in Barcelona, and the first thing that struck me was the game's producer, after the translator thought it'd be funny if he pretended I'd implied the producer's mother was overweight. Once I'd recovered from my good eye, I could make out that the visuals had been improved substantially, from characters that now look better than they did in the show, to a new dramatic camera system that tracks the hyperkinetic action effortlessly.
Developers Spike claim to have listened carefully to fan feedback, which has resulted in cutscenes being ditched in favour of mid-fight plot development, useful if you haven't already got the gist of the various Dragon Ball sagas in the last 739 games. There are also 20 new characters, bringing the total to 90, a refined, easier-to-master combo system, and 10 reworked battle stages, plus 4 all-new ones, all of which can be destroyed in keeping with the series' mountain-levelling combat and mid-fight character transformations.
There are 7 game modes in total. The main single-player campaign is called Galaxy Mode, but Namco refused to reveal what that actually entails. We're guessing that it ultimately involves Goku powering up to Super Saiyan level 9, transcending his physical form in order to meta-punch the Milky Way, which has been misbehaving as of late.
Indeed. Online play is supported, with Tenkaichi mode making a return, although Namco again refused to elaborate on any new additions or refinements, the swines. And that is all we have to say about Raging Blast 2.